Habit, you should know it's automated. I've been getting to it, I ain't noticed y'all was hating. Brand new check. I just wanna know that I can hold a conversation. Y'all debating. I've been waiting for you, now I'm running out of patience. Went broke in the check and put 100. I'm about nothing. I'ma need something I can calm down from. I'm going 6 months in, I ain't once. Trying to tell me what you know about me. You don't know nothing, keep it real with me. She says she ain't trying. You can sell that seed. Ooh, and she felt intrigued.
Today, from Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis, it's Week 3 of the NFL on EA Sports.
2 weeks have come and gone. It's off to Week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. They're led out by their quarterback out of Fresno State, Derek Carr.
And I saw that he had an interesting quote in the research packet that we had after last week's game. It's all on me now. I've got to lead my team and find a way for us to win a game. 0-2, but they're at home. I guess he's going to try and find a way to get the home crowd involved early.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
To throw again, Carr. He's going to find his tight end, Boyle. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
3rd and 6.
Shotgun now for Carr. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the Texans with great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. A shotgun snap for Watson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, here's Watson. This is caught. It's Cooks. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call. On 1st and 10, Watson throwing middle, and it's complete. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13.
The ball carrier.
The numbers a week ago for Johnson. 14 carries, 108 for the yardage, and the score, too.
Are we playing old school football now? We've got the top 10 rusher in the league. He's sitting at number 10, but he has a chance to move up with a big-time game. So expect that offensive line every time they go to the bench and tell the offensive coordinator, let's run the football.
Call it a pickup of 7, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating.
And he's in. Touchdown, Houston.
Touchdown.
Deshaun Watson, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Texans have taken the early lead. Well, you got to like that. That start on both sides of the football. You force the 3 and out, and then you score on your first drive.
Well, I know someone who doesn't like that start.
Yeah, the other side.
Yeah, they don't like that at all, right? This is not the way it's supposed to be. But what you just described, that's team football. All right, when you get a 3 and out, you're supposed to take advantage of it on the offensive side of the ball. You said, thank you very much for getting us the rock. Let's put it in the end zone, and they did exactly that.
At their own 25-yard line.
Second drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Now the first carry from Marlon Mack. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. They went 3 and out on their first drive. Things already looking better here. 1st and 10.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On the ground, it's Mack. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42.
He's brought down.
Josh Jones in on the stop.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
That one, a first down pickup of 8. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
From midfield, here's Carr. That's into the hands of the tight end, Boyle. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the Texans' 45-yard line.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. He's got his target. That's Zach Pascal. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. They'll run it out of the gun with Mack. And he'll take this one down to the 36. Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up. We'll check on his status when we get back. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. From the gun, it's Carr. He completes this one to Mack. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll make it 3rd down.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
Carr looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Blanketed coverage by Houston. Makes it 4th down.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs. Able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
They'll run for it. This is Mack. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. 4 yards on the pickup, and they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down. On 1st down, they'll stay with Mack on the ground. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
They run on first down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's second down now. 6-0 our score after 1.
The score, Texans 6, Colts nothing.
Now it's Mack, draw play. And he's going to get this one down to the 30.
The ball carrier.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're not
in coverage by Houston. Makes it 4th down. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league is somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
So now we get set to see Houston for their second drive of the ball game. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 23. Now a give, right side. Shelby, and he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down. Now Watson. Screenplay, Johnson. Good move by Duke. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. It's a gain of 34.
That's why you call a screen. You want to catch a defense overcommitting. Plenty of space available, and that matched up perfectly. What a convoy he got downfield to pick up big yardage on that play.
Quick throw completed by Watson. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. They've moved the ball over 50 yards between this play and the last one. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Out of the gun, Watson. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. Touchdown, Houston. Brandon Cooks. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Texans will extend their lead. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
At their own 31-yard line.
Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. Their deficit is 11, 14-3, and needing to get something going here as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Mack. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out by a few inches. That'll be a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Now a run with Mack. The tackle that time by Zach Cunningham.
Taken down.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
That was a pretty good job defensively to hold him to a 2-yard run, but I've got to think this offensive line, they're asking their quarterback for a different type of a run, one that they rely on, one they have confidence in, one they feel like they can block.
The Colts on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 8. To throw his car. They'll run the screen with Mack. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
They'll run on 1st down with Marlon Mack. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. And after getting tackled, he's still down and looking very slow to get up. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. On 2nd down now, it's Mack. Powers through. And he's going to be close to a 1st down as the tackle is made at the Texans' 30. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
At the 30-yard line.
Now Gordon on first down. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Out of the gun, here's a give to Mack. And they'll get him down right about the 20.
The ball carrier.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
And he is going to have a Colts first down, maybe by about a yard, as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Throwing on first down is Carr, finding Hilton on the slant. And the Colts are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal.
4-yard line.
We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL. Got a man, it's Pittman, and he holds it in for the Colts touchdown. Michael Pittman, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Colts have got it back to a 1-score game. And down near the goal line here, they're able to throw it in.
And the key word, quick. Quick hitter. Out of his hands fast, into the receiver's hands even faster.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. These two teams trading touchdowns here in what has been a back-and-forth first half.
And ordinarily, we're trying to figure out how to break out of a stalemate. Here, you're trying to figure out if you can slow someone down while continuing your breakneck pace on offense. I know one thing. The people in the crowd, they're getting their money's worth right now.
And the fantasy owners like it.
Oh, without a doubt. They're just tallying them up, aren't they?
They're watching this game.
26 yards.
A good pickup there, 26 yards. From the gun, Watson. Man open, that's Kiki QT complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It's another first down as this time they get an even 20. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. On first down, it's Watson. Throwing right, and that's complete. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
First down, Texans.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Watson. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Tyler Davis, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Trying to get it that time to Stills, and it's 3rd down.
Incomplete. It's 3rd down.
Watson looks to throw again. Escaping the pressure right. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Kiki QT there to make the grab. And the Texans push further out in front. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
31-yard line.
Marlon Mack now heading back out there. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now, just under 30 seconds to go in this first half.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a fourth down. Well done.
Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
They begin the drive with Johnson. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd.
So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports halftime. And we will skip the highlight show this week, get right back to this Week 3 matchup. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the third quarter. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
25-yard line.
So here are the Texans to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. And they start the second half with Johnson. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh? Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And he finds Stills, complete. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. A first down carry here for Johnson. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Getting out a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Again, it's Johnson. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling. They'll run on first down. It's Johnson. DeForest Buckner in on the tackle.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
They go to Johnson again. And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down at the Colts 28. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
It's a gain of 6. And the Texans first down.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. And he'll get about 4 as he's brought down at the 24.
Jones again, the ball.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. He finds his target, Fuller. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line.
A gain of 14.
Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tab.
And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Duke Johnson, his second touchdown on the season. And the Texans will add on to their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
25-yard line.
Here's the Colts now as they get ready for their first possession on offense of the second half. They trail offense first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Carr. And he's got his man, Hilton. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
That's good.
A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also move the sticks.
10 at the 44-yard line.
Carr now on 1st down. Over the middle here, it's Hilton. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short.
10 more yards. Complete.
Final minute now of the 3rd quarter.
10 yards on the pickup. It's
throwing again on 2nd down. Carr. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 27-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
They ran that one well. And not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Carr. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 21. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. Well, just another reason to celebrate there on the defensive side with the interception, and this is a game that they clearly have firmly in their grasp.
Yeah, a lot of handshakes, a lot of hugs, a lot of smiles. It's been their day.
Duke Johnson.
And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. Nathan Shepard in there to make the tackle.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 24-yard line.
From the 24, Watson. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Give them 14 on that one and a first down. Well, clear running situation. Try to take time off the clock. You ran the previous play, set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they had shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit them over the top.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3.
8 yards. And it's 3rd down.
From the gun, Watson. Fuller brings it in over the middle. And he is going to have a Texans first down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3.
And the Texans.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. Going to give this time to the tailback. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. The Texans on 3rd down. They haven't been stopped yet. A perfect 7 for 7. This is 3rd down and 12. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 30. A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
About 3 yards there to the 27. Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
Ball carrier.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations. There'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what was said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3 and out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
Leads to 2nd and 10.
Now it's Watson, a bootleg. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Brandon Cooks. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Texans will extend their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Indy set to go on offense once more. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Dumps this one off to Mack. Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
It's a gain of 5.
Call it a gain of 5. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
30-yard line.
Shotgun now for Carr. Going right side here, and that's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Good for a Colts. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
On 1st down, Carr. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. A good pickup there on first as the screen pass gets him 8.
Marlon Mack. It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. Now let's check on the call.
What's the deal, y'all?
So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Reed. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick 6 makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or 2.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
Michael Dixon set to kick off.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Colts set to take over here offensively. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble. Throwing his car on 3rd down. He's going to let it fly. And this will be caught at the 30. It's a big conversion on 3rd for the Colts. 45 yards. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. No gain, and it's 2nd down. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Now, Carr again. That's caught by Ware. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
The 2nd down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. Again, they'll throw with Carr. That's into the hands of the tight end, Boyle. And he is going to have a Colts first down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Fabian Moreau. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line.
Intercepted by the Texans.
The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. And that time the tackle by Malik Hooker.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll go again to Jones. He finds an opening past the 40 as he'll get this one up to the 44-yard line. Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.